Bonjour et bienvenue pour nos programmes Bonjour Cécile. N'hésitez pas, pareil l'habitude, nous faisons conversation avec personnalité pour nous gagner plus d'informations. Et Simon ou besoin en qui est au courant, qui FIFA Beach Soccer World Cup, puis fait ici Cécile à partir les 1er à les 11 mai. Et si vous n'avez pas encore gagné un ticket, nous pouvons là, tout simplement quelque chose, un souvenir que vous êtes capable de gagner, accès avec, tout et tout. Et même là, nos plateformes aujourd'hui, nous avons une surprise pour vous. Entre-temps, mon conversation aujourd'hui pour faire en anglais pour raison de communication et mon grand plaisir aujourd'hui bon matin. Mesdames et messieurs, I'm going to be introducing you to the FIFA Director of Tournaments, Mr. Jaime Yarza. Good morning, sir. How are you this morning?
Good morning et bonjour, Cécile. C'est mieux en anglais, oui, je suis d'accord. Mon créole, c'est très limité.
On peut mal débrouiller seulement. So, first of all, before we go into everything about FIFA, normally when we start our conversation, we just want to know a little something. Tea, coffee, or water, how do you start your morning? And what time do you start your morning usually?
Well, mostly water, followed by coffee at some point.
Okay.
And I'm an early riser, so usually between 5 and 6 I should be not on the road, but at least awake.
Pretty early, though.
Yeah.
Pretty early. So, your coffee, milk, sugar, or?
No, coffee.
Coffee,
Just
black.
Coffee, yeah.
Black coffee, nothing else. All right. Born and raised, sir, Mr. Jaime.
What?
Born and raised in which country?
I was born in a similar island than that one, in the Canary Islands in
Okay.
Tenerife. So I always say I'm a half African. And that means, obviously, this is Spain. And I grew up in Spain until I moved to Switzerland to work for FIFA 26 years ago.
Oh, wow. That's quite a long time in
It's
FIFA.
a long time, yes.
Yeah. Are you a football fan or were you a player as well?
I am a football fan.
Yes.
I used to play. I used to play more basketball than football.
Oh,
but,
okay.
That's life. I changed to football completely. But in my younger years, I used to play a lot of basketball.
Okay. All right. So this morning we are here to talk about the event. Yesterday was the opening ceremony of the FIFA World Cup in Seychelles. First of all, how is that?
You know, the end of a very long period of work for everybody.
Yeah.
You know, with a lot of passion and commitment from the local organizing committee, from the Football Federation, and obviously from the whole of our team, is to see realized and understand how the people will react to a lot of preparations, a lot of work, a lot of nights without sleeping, weekends on the road and working. So really the first time it's seeing how this all materializes in something very special. And I think yesterday was really, really special. So I think we all enjoyed it a lot.
And of course, as you said, there's a whole lot of preparation that goes into it. Walk us a little bit through, if you want, the basics, the fundamentals of a preparation to have such a tournament in anywhere across the country, the world, regardless if it's Seychelles.
Well, obviously the most important thing that you have to start with is all the infrastructure. So you need a stadium, you need training sites, you need to make sure that the hotels are in place, you need to make sure that transportation is in place, you need to make sure that the IT, the communications, all the internet, sending all the signal of the match to so many countries in the world, that all this is in place. So we start by looking into that, all that infrastructure, knowing which needs are we going to have to put in place, and liaise with the authorities, of course, and then is building up the teams. Okay. So local organizing committee, they need to build up a team because there's so many areas that you need to look into: transportation, logistics, IT, accommodation. So all this work is done through a longer period of time, building up the teams slowly and putting in place all the planning that we have done for the tournament. So it is a combined effort that it joins the experience and professionalism of the local people together with our experts coming not only from Zurich but from all parts of the world.
And of course, as you said, the preparation, it starts overseas and then it comes and lands in Seychelles. So first day of landing in Seychelles, of course, we were told by the president there was a lot of movements, very, very early until the early hours of the morning, right through to the evening. So getting all that logistics in one spot and kickstarting it.
Well, that's part of the magic of organizing a tournament like that, a World Cup like that one, is that you know there is a lot of work to do, but you know that you are making a lot of people happy in the country. as well as football fans from all over the world. And I think this is what is so important. And all the local people were really committed, and they were really working very hard because they understand the importance of having a FIFA World Cup in a country like Seychelles. So I think we were all very committed to that, and to be able to bring to the people in the Seychelles the joy of such an important and big event.
And of course, when we talk about the turnout with such a big event, were you satisfied with the turnout?
Yes, I think yesterday was really, really, really a good day. I think we had what we had hoped for, which is a lot of families and kids and passionate people. The stadium was full for the match of Seychelles, but even for the other matches, it was a good turnaround. And the people were also enjoying something that we are very proud of, which was the whole fan zone, where people can really chill out before and after the match, play with the kids. There's a lot of activities. So it's really a place to bring the families and have some fun over various hours. And it was very well visited. So all that, obviously, there were some hiccups, and because it was the first day, but nothing that we are not used to. And it will be corrected, obviously, from today onwards. And I think the whole team, I congratulated my whole team, and everybody was really, really happy, including the president of the country, which was yesterday enjoying the match, as well as the local organizing committee and the president and the whole football federation.
What can the Seychelles people expect for the next few coming? Because the opening ceremony itself is a spectacle in its own, with all the lighting and everything that comes, and just the ambience of the kick-starting of the tournament. So what is to be expected for the next coming few days?
Well, much more than from what we saw yesterday. So this is going to be repeated day after day until the 11th of May. I mean, we started with a song, the official song, which is a local song, and it's a magnificent song. I think everybody needs to start dancing the moment you hear it. So that was already an amazing thing. And Seychelles played really a very good match. And also the other matches were high-scoring matches. Let's say Portugal, Paraguay ended 11-9. That shows how moved and how much action-packed beach soccer is. And that's what people can expect again in the next day. So not only on the day that Seychelles play, but also on the other days. There's still tickets to look into. And if you really see limited availability, just pack the tickets, fifa.com/tickets, because you might not have a chance. And the World Cup coming to your country sometimes is once in a lifetime.
Talking about tickets, will the tickets be only online, or will they still be available at the National Library?
No, they've been moved to for the stadium itself, where you can still buy them, and if not, it's online, obviously, and the availability.
All right, so a lot of activities are going on, and we've seen some really cool merchandise as well, where people can have access to it. So have they all been moved to the stadium now?
Yes. We've moved now to the stadium, where the center is going to be of all the action for the next days. And we hope to be the meeting point for the people in Seychelles for the next 10 days.
Had an interesting conversation with somebody, and they were asking, who chooses what to have as merchandises during a tournament? Was that a team decision, or it's just, these are the few things that for every World Cup, you would see exactly the same merchandise, but only different designs? How does that go about?
Well, there is a whole catalog of items that can be chosen from.
Yes.
And obviously, a whole team decides what's going to be the people from Seychelles that will be more interested in. Because we're used here to buy towels, we're used to buy drink cups, or we're used to buy pins. So it's a little bit a joint effort to understand what the people of Seychelles come. And at the end, it's a decision of the local organizing committee. They say, these are the items that I would like to pick, because I think they're going to be a hit on the country.
Mesdames et messieurs, si on a aucune question, on va participer dans une conversation dès 88, 89, 89. Aujourd'hui, on peut rencontrer FIFA Director for Tournaments, Mr. Jaime Yarza, qui, of course, nous peut causer un petit peu le tournoi hier qui est arrivé, qui démarré, en effet, avec 4 matchs hier. So, on a un jour qui peut venir 10 jours, en effet, pour participer dans cette FIFA World Cup. Et, of course, si on a aucune question, vous êtes capable de texter nous, ou sinon, WhatsApp nous, le D88 89 89. Aujourd'hui, bon matin, nous continuons la conversation. Now, of course, with all the matches that's going on, we also have in the studio the official cup itself. Right here, yes, la voilà. The winner's trophy. Tell us a little bit about the story of this, the design itself. The sun, the ball, the football.
Every trophy, obviously, for every World Cup has its own story because we
Yes.
really design it based on the tournament, and we'll
Okay.
give it some elements from the sport itself or from the type of tournament that we have. This one, I mean, you saw it immediately because that was the purpose. You've got the sun, you've got the sand,
Yeah.
and that's what we wanted to show. But not only that, you can see on this side there is a player that is head down, like delivering a scissors kick, which is a very special element from beach soccer.
Yeah.
The scissor kick that, yes, you see it in football, but you don't see it very often, while in beach soccer it's happening all the time.
Yeah.
So it's really a very element that's very spectacular, where you score a lot of goals, and we wanted to reflect it in the trophy. So it's sun, it's fun, it's sand, but it's also the technical skill of the players that end up hand down for kicking the ball.
So this design, is it restricted to Seychelles or will it be carried forward
No, this is
to
this
all
is
the tournament?
this is a trophy design that's been used since 2005.
Yeah.
This it's been streamlined a little bit, but it's been used in 2005, and it's going to carry on for the next ones.
The design is going to carry on.
Yes.
Any talk of changing the design anytime soon, as in a rebranding of the trophy?
I think this trophy has been such a success, and
Yeah.
it's just really embodied the sport so well that in principle we are not thinking about touching it. You can see the emblem. The emblem
Yes.
is very much Seychelles, and we wanted really to reflect the colors and the spirit and the music and the movement of the island.
Yeah.
But the trophy itself remains. As you can see, it forms the base of the emblem in itself,
Yeah.
and then the emblem then reflects Seychelles. For the next World Cup, we will have a different emblem based on the trophy once again, but trying to reflect the culture and the spirit of the next country that hosts this.
And the trophy is made of?
That I don't know. I'm sorry.
No
That's a good one.
All right.
But I will check.
But we had an interesting conversation when it was being placed in the studio. No one is allowed to touch the trophy. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, the idea is that touching the trophy, it's something special because you can only touch it when you win it, basically. Obviously, you have to have some exceptions. So the head of state, for example, is also allowed to touch it,
Yes.
and former champions too. But I think it started also a little bit because the teams themselves don't want to touch it before they start the competition because they think it brings bad luck.
Oh,
So nobody's really willing to touch it in that sense. You only want to touch it when you deserve it by winning it on the pitch.
okay.
And I think we kept it a little bit over the years. This comes from very, very long time ago. And it gives us also special magic. This is something that you are only allowed to be in contact when you win it on the pitch.
And of course, it's got to travel to the next tournament.
Yes.
And as you say, it is a special part of the tournament itself. Now, beach soccer itself, what makes it different? Because a lot of people are like, why should I come and watch? You know, I'm a soccer fan. This is something else. Give us reasons why Seychelles people should come down and watch the beach soccer.
Well, first of all, it is football, it is soccer.
Yeah.
It's just played on a smaller surface, and it has a little bit different of technical skills that the players need to have. Why people should come? First of all, because it's not only the stadium, it's what's all happening around. As we were saying, you have the unique chance of living through a FIFA World Cup in your country, which is a matter of pride. And you will enjoy the moments that we saw yesterday of passion, of action, of goals. It's so packed. Beach soccer, the good thing of beach soccer, it's also that in a limited time, because the match it's designed to take less than 1 hour. Usually it takes between 1 hour and 10 minutes. And it's designed to be full and packed of moments of tension and action. And you could see it yesterday. If you saw the match with Seychelles, it was really an amazing match with a lot of opportunities for both teams, Belarus and Seychelles. And there was no stop. You couldn't go. You would have missed the action. You would have missed the goal. And this is something that makes it very special. So we create a festive atmosphere around it. You put some music, we put some animation, so that you really can't live through it without cheering, jumping, and being happy.
I've got Angèle who's asking, why do they keep the music on? Is it necessary or is it just part of the tournament?
it's part of the spirit that we want to make with the game.
Okay.
We want the people to have fun and have joy. And music also, as you know, elevates your heart rate and gives you a little bit more attention and attention. So that's why we put the music so that people
Sets the
can keep
tempo,
the
doesn't
happiness.
it?
It sets the tempo. It
Yeah.
keeps your heart beating at a certain rhythm.
Because you notice when the music is hype, the pace is a lot faster.
Yes.
And
yes.
once you slow down the music,
Correct.
la pace is a little slower. Angèle, faut espérer nous répondre aux questions aujourd'hui bon matin. Dès 88 89 89 89. En effet, pour vous qui peut demander where we can buy the tickets, you can also do it online. www.fifa.com/tickets. This is one place where you can get it, or you can try at the stadium as well. And they are now, of course, we're telling them to buy tickets. Are tickets still available?
There are tickets available. There are some matches that the availability is limited. So that's why we encourage everyone to look at the webpage and see what's still there and grab them. If you're interested in a match and that you still see something available, just go for them.
All right. Rodney, bonjour. Fait que nous, est-ce que ticket pour continuer à vendre contre la Barre nationale? Non. En effet, nous fait dire ticket pour vendre contre stadium et aussi capable de faire les online. Il y a un ticket pour vendre différents matchs. Vanessa, bonjour. She's asking if there are still tickets for the final. Mr. Jaime, I don't know if you know about that one.
Specifically, I don't know the matches. I think there might be still some.
Yeah.
But as I said, for the final, I think the excitement is growing.
Yeah.
I think the people really enjoyed the first day. Now they understand much better what beach soccer and the FIFA Beach Soccer World Cup means. And I think they're going to rush now to get some tickets. So go grab them.
Interesting matches. I mean, yesterday we've seen four matches already, and we can see the level of expertise that each team and bring their own style, their own touch to the game, and it's very interesting. Paul, good morning. I've got a question here. Does Seychelles get any royalty on the merchandise sold, Mr. Jaime?
Well, the royalties all go to the local organizing committee to cover some of the cost of the operation. So it all stays in the Seychelles, and it's all for the Seychelles organizers.
So if it's left, then they still keep on selling it. They can still sell it.
Anything that's left, we will try to sell it. And you said it right. It's a hit. I mean, yesterday we were not surprised because we have seen it at the draw and when the merchandising program started. But we realized that the people just love the merchandising and we're really buying it. So it was. We are very happy with that.
Monsieur, Madame, Mademoiselle, nous because le FIFA Beach Soccer Seychelles 2025, c'est l'événement qui va arriver ici, c'est l'eau la terre, l'eau grande terre, par il dit. Depuis hier, les premiers, jusqu'à les 11 mai, et tous les jours, prenant games qui pourraient. How many games per day, Mr. Jaime?
Yes, it's 4 games per day until the quarterfinals, and then we have obviously the last 4 teams left, so we've got 2 matches every day on the 11th and on the 10th. And today is going to be a great day. We start with Italy, Oman at 3, and we end up with another African team, Spain, Senegal. Senegal, one of the strongest teams in the world, not only in Africa.
Well, this is surely going to be an interesting game. Et c'est pourquoi ce ticket n'a profité là-dessus. Restez là, même là, le voir sur Cécile, mais c'est m'en profiter aussi. Tape le téléphone, regardez ce ticket et acheter, et of course, what capable faire. Now, the fan zone, what is that? Because everywhere you see it says the fan zone is an experience. Now, talk about the fan zone. What are fans expected to find in the fan zone?
Well, as I said, we would like. We've been trying for many years, and I think we succeed, is to give the fans a full experience of a FIFA World Cup, not just going and see the match, which is in itself magnificent, but have a day or half a day spending at the FIFA World Cup. And that means creating an area where people can drink, can eat, can have fun, can bring their kids in a secured and safe environment, and really give the kids experiences, painting their faces, playing with the ball. So have fun with the whole family. That's the whole idea of the fan zone. And we have a very, very nice fan zone here, very big, so that people don't feel crowded, like even if they come in big numbers, there's still a lot of space. We will have music, so because we know Seychelles people love music, so we will have music so that people can have a lot of fun when they spend the day there. And this is part of the FIFA World Cup experience that we want the CSA people to have.
Yeah, well, there you go. Pour occuper les nouveaux matins. Sylviane, bonjour. Morning to you. If I want to know where I can buy the souvenirs, please. At the fan zone. I think we covered
Yes.
that already.
Yes.
At the fan zone. So, Sylviane, we'll see you today. We'll see you at the match, and then we'll see you in the fan zone buying your souvenirs. And the tickets, of course, I just send you the links. You can buy it online and check out which matches you want to come and watch. And as Mr. Jaime has said, today the first match is between
Italy and Oman.
Well, there you go, guys. And the last one is a beautiful match as well, which is going to be... of course, you can find the schedules on the FIFA website, www.fifa.com. And vous avez toute bonne l'information, tout bon game qui peut jouer, et même aussi accès avec l'information, availability ticket, hein, pour chaque différent match, il y a pas de nous, qui quantité site il y en a, et où capable choisir. They can actually, just a quick question, can they actually choose the seats they want, or is it automatically generated once you buy your ticket?
You can choose the zone, but not the seats.
You can choose the zone, but
zone.
not the seats. All right.
Whatever's left, obviously.
Obviously, yes. So, mesdames et messieurs, the faster you buy your ticket, the better for you. Okay? So we'll see you as well. Mayala, bonjour. Can you be in the fan zone without being in the stadium?
Yes, you can.
You can?
Yes, you can.
Oh, so you don't necessarily have to buy a ticket?
No.
Oh, okay. Mr. Jaime, talked about, give it a bit more information about that.
Well, the fan zone, it's
So it's free access?
The bad part of the stadium is that it's limited. Its capacity is limited.
Yeah.
So we have had other beach soccers where really it's so packed that no, even if hundreds of people would like to enter, and we would love to give them access, there is just no place. It's by itself, it's a limited area.
Yeah.
So we have a very big screen, and if the matches are really full and we have people at the fan zone, they can enjoy the match from the fan zone on a big screen.
So they can come in and watch the football.
Yes, and they can have fun, and they can buy merchandise, and they really can, even if they don't have a ticket or didn't have a chance to buy a ticket, they could still have fun from there. But very important to mention, we will only put the match if the stadium is full, because what we want is to the people be enjoying the atmosphere at the stadium. That yesterday was amazing. The Seychelles people were dancing, celebrating, shouting. It was really nice.
And I like how interesting it is that even though you're not from a particular country, but your loyalty to the team that you support, and some people came in full costume. We had the beautiful costumes that they came in, and people are going as far as in Seychelles creating their own costume with their flags. Now, one question comes, is this a knockout? How does it go? Sylviane wants to know.
The tournament itself? No,
Yes.
it's a group phase where we have 4 groups of 4 teams each, and they play in the group among themselves, and then from there we pass to the quarterfinals directly. So first 2 teams qualify, they play the quarterfinals.
God, what are you asking? Mr. Jaime, do you have a particular team of preference? Are you allowed to say? Me, come on. Just throw him under the bus.
No, obviously I'm so many years at FIFA, and my obligation is towards all the team. I'm always happy that the local team does a good job and they can move onwards, because I know that it will make the country very happy. But in itself, no, I don't have a special team when I'm working.
When you're working.
Yeah.
But he does have a special team when he's not working. And he's not about to be that on television. No, that's for him to know and for you never to find out. Good morning, mesdames et messieurs. D88 89 is the number, of course. You can text us. Kenneth, good morning. Yes, welcome back. Which match impressed you the most yesterday? Mr. Jaime, do you...
Well, the one that I was really, really impressed with was the match from Seychelles.
Okay.
I think you have to think that Belarus is probably today one of the strongest teams in Europe, which means one of the strongest teams in the world. So, well, I was hoping Seychelles to do a good job. I wasn't very confident.
A lot of people actually had the same.
Yes,
yeah.
yes. And they really impressed me yesterday.
Okay.
They really impressed, not only me, the technicians around me and everybody was really impressed by how Seychelles did the match. And I would say that just probably the lack of experience, because it's a relatively young and new team, was the one that motivated the defeat. 1 or 2 mistakes in the defense that caused some goals.
Yeah.
I think it was the real reason for the defeat, because they were not a worse team than Belarus. They really played magnificent.
Some people even mentioned the speed at which Seychelles was playing.
Yes.
They were adopting the same speed as they would do it on a football pitch, whereas beach soccer is relatively fast when you compare it to the other teams that were playing. It is at a very high pace, and certain times the goalkeeper was keeping the ball to himself and not really making maximum use of throwing it in front to the attacker at the front, who was actually fairly free for a certain intervals. But anyway, that's certain people's opinion. We can debate about that. I'll leave that to the professionals to do that. But at the end of the day, we have to say, Seychelles, sorry, mon vinem ti patriotique là, mon pou di, big up nou team football. Zotin really done a solid game et mon kwa c'est aussi. Derrière les autres 100%. Now, as the call them autres match, si qui pour venir ici, c'est encore un match qui pour Mr. Jaime, I can't end the conversation without asking what happens towards the end, because of course people are watching the finals, they're excited about the semifinals and the finals, but what's happening behind the scenes? Because we are about to wrap up the show. So what happens there?
Well, what we concentrate now is to keep on delivering the high-level matches that we're doing by correcting the small things that happens. It happens in every tournament, in every World Cup. There is always some issues that you need to work on, and then towards the end of the phase of the group phase, we start working on the award ceremony. Because the award ceremony is the conclusion of the World Cup, and really what many people also will remember when the winning team receives the trophy. And we want to make it obviously a very special moment for the team that wins, as well as for all the fans. So we start working with all the preparations for the award ceremony. I think that's the main thing. And obviously to organize the celebrations at the fan zone for the teams and their fans that would like to have join the fun and celebrate with the team.
Are you satisfied with the amount of fans coming into the Seychelles?
Yes, I think today was really nice to see that many people. It's always a question mark. We knew that we were selling good number of tickets, but obviously the people need to come to the stadium. Even if they buy, that doesn't mean they're going to come. So we were really satisfied, and we think that thanks to the fact that so many people came and watched the matches, they're going to come even more. So that's why I'm saying, encouraging everyone. This is the first FIFA Beach Soccer World Cup in Africa. It's the first FIFA World Cup in Seychelles, and it might be many years before another one comes. So enjoy it, have fun, come, check FIFA.com/tickets, and if you see a spot where you will be under the sun having fun with beach soccer, don't hesitate.
Literally killing two birds with one stone. And there are still flights every day, daily basis there are flights. And if you haven't gotten to Seychelles, the accommodations are here, the beach soccer is here, and you're killing two birds. You watch your best sport, beach soccer, and you are in Seychelles. So it's a marriage made in heaven, isn't it? there's no going wrong on that one. Ms. Jaime, any last words you would like to share with the people watching today?
It's very easy. I want to thank everybody that we have felt very much welcome here in the Seychelles. As I said, I'm from an island myself, so I feel at home. And we really hope that the people enjoy this tournament. We have put our soul and blood into it together with the local organizing committee, with all the people, and with the only idea to make the Seychelles people happy and enjoy the sport. We also want to encourage all the kids to make more sport and have a healthier life throughout the game. They can do any sport, but obviously we prefer to make them to make beach soccer and football, but any sport is good. So we want to have two targets. Have fun, make some sport, and live a healthier life. And I'll see you at the stadium of the FIFA Beach Soccer World Cup.
I cannot not ask you this question. Well, Christine was asking, why doesn't the tournament organizer offer tours of the stadium and behind the scenes in order for the spectators to understand what's going on?
We would love to, but you have to understand that with 4 matches a day, it's not one match, it's 4 matches. We have basically the whole day packed with activities and preparation. So we start at 3, but really the people start at 7 o'clock in the morning preparing everything so that it's ready by the time the match started and the fans started coming to the stadium. So we really would love to, but this literally not a minute free time to do that. But we'll take into account.
There you go. Where are you off to after this? After Seychelles?
Well, I'm going to stay a few days to enjoy Seychelles now that I'm here. That's the first thing.
You need a holiday, yes.
It's not very common that I stay, but Seychelles obviously deserves it. And then I will move on. I have the draw of the FIFA Under-17 in Qatar, as well as the FIFA Arab Cup. And then I will be going back to Zurich for half a day, and then I'll go to do the draw of the FIFA Under-20 in Chile.
And the beach soccer is taking place, the next beach soccer tournament is taking place?
In 2 years' time, that's all we know. No country yet has been appointed.
Well, there you go. Mesdames et messieurs, if you're trying to fish for something, it's not yet ready. And you will see, it will be on television. Yeah.
Definitely.
Just like it happened for Seychelles, it will be exactly the same procedure for the other country. Good morning. If you just joined us, tickets are on sale, www.fifa.com/tickets, and you can find your ticket there. And of course, as we said, you can't choose your seat, but you can choose your zone. And the fan zone is free. You can come in, but provided if the stadium is full, that's the only time you'll be able to see it on the big screen. And if not, get in the stadium. Yes, Mr.
Last thing before I forget, there is a full list of prohibited items that you cannot bring to the stadium and the fan zone.
Yes.
These are agreed with the local police. Please take a look at that before you come, because we want you to enjoy the experience and not have the bad moment of not being able to enter because you have something you shouldn't be carrying with you. Definitely. It's all in the sake of the safety for everyone attending.
All right. Mesdames et messieurs, aujourd'hui, bon matin, nous avons un grand plaisir pour un directeur pour tournoi dans FIFA, et ça c'est Mr. Jaime Yarza. Mr. Jaime, thank you for coming this morning, and all the best to you and the team. And of course, despite the fact that he didn't tell us which team he's supporting, we know he's got one.
There's always to be a secret.
There's always to be a secret, yes, exactly. So all the best, thank you for coming this morning, and all the best to you and the team. Mesdames et messieurs, voilà, aujourd'hui bon matin. So, pourquoi acheter au ticket, mesdames et messieurs, cap fait le www.fifa.com/tickets, excusez. Il y en a un ticket, souvenir aussi, il y en a de fan zone, il y a l'expérience dans lui-même. Il y en a beaucoup, quelque chose qui pourrait arriver dans ça les temps entre hier jusqu'à les 11 mai. On a les temps pour acheter au ticket. So, pourquoi pas? Il peut faire le latte Cécile, donne nous support, donne nous soutien, et pourquoi pas aussi venir expérience ça FIFA World Cup pour aujourd'hui bon matin, mesdames et messieurs. Ça, c'était une Topik Konversasyon.